Basket 35, Brayden Richardson.
Richardson with the bucket. 4-point lead for York. On the other end, no good. And it's Pecos with it now. Finding Redfern in transition, and he's fouled. 3-point play opportunity for Simon Redfern off of the nice transition pass from Ryan Pecos.
Got that basket by Simon Redfern.
Redfern completes the 3-point play. Tied for the largest lead of the night at 7. Murphy with it. Dumping it off. Gassett now to Bowen. Pressured by Nick Dizano. Now Murphy goes baseline, goes up, off the glass, 2 more. That's kind of been his signature move, driving baseline with a nice touch off the glass. A foul in the backcourt here, drawn by Levine. That's going to go on Alexander Gassett. So already the Dukes in the bonus now. Only 15 seconds into the second quarter. That'll be huge for them, especially for a team that can occasionally go cold offensively. First one goes down. Waltz coming back in.
A very nice surprise for the Dukes, and that shows some really good progress, is that Brendan Mullis, who's been pegged as one of the better players so far this season for the Dukes, is back being dressed. He used to, just go in the tracksuit with his knee brace, but now knee brace is off, he is dressed. Obviously the Dukes probably aren't going to use him today, as it's still a very early in the process of his injury, and we hope he comes back very soon. But that's good progress for the Dukes, as he's going to be needed for them to turn the corner, and a corner they've been waiting to turn for quite a while here.
Yeah, Mullis had a very promising start to the season before the injury. Dukes would love to have just one of the many juniors that have really improved this year. Dukes up by 7, 6:20 to go in the first half. Waltz open for 3. Can't knock it down. Scramble for the rebound. Redfern, oh, what an impressive play that was. Ends up with a Levine 3, and he cans it. How about that? Hustle plays from Nick Dizano and Simon Redfern create the extra opportunity, and the Dukes have their first double-digit lead of the evening. Down low, Alexander Vincent, but he hit the back of the rim and out. Redfern now getting pressured by Christian Marshall. Picks up his dribble now. Waltz trying to get free of Bowen. And out of bounds, they're going to say ball with the Huskies. Last touch by Dizano.
Yeah, and as I said, the Dukes had 3 big losses to start out the season, admittedly to really good teams in Hersey, Glenbrook South, and Hinsdale Central, and then another close loss to Wheaton Warrenville South. And then since that moment, they've really been fighting hard. With a close loss to them, close loss to DGS, close loss to Lake Zurich, and both those back-to-back were on buzzer beaters. And then a competitive game against Bolingbrook, competitive game against Glenbard West. So the Dukes have really been on the edge. They're a whopping 22 points away from only having 3 losses on the season. So really good, really young team. Excited for the future of this team, and it's going to start with Mullis and Levine working together. And it's good news that he's working his way back.
Hardick missed the shot down low. Refs thought it was a block. Looked like a foul from our angle, but nonetheless, Dukes still hold possession. Redfern inbounding to Waltz, and it'll be a turnover. Waltz could not hang on.
No, they're in the bonus.
OPRF now with the ball. Oh, they almost got a quick three-pointer. New sub coming on for the Huskies is Josiah Harper, number 23. Inside was Marshall, but he missed badly, and the rebound by Richardson. OPRF going cold here in the second quarter. We'll see if the Dukes can really try and open this game up before halftime. Waltz to Hardick. Top of the key. Now Levine on the wing. Goes to his left. Step back. Bailout pass to Hardick. Now Levine gets it back. Now it's Danko. Danko. Floater. And it won't go, but the rebound by Justin Bowen. Marshall to Murphy. Hardick hit the deck. Now a three-pointer. It's good by Harper. Now a quick timeout called by the coach of the Huskies. It'll be a full timeout, so we will take a quick break. You are listening to York Sports Network. Out of the timeout, the Dukes with the ball. Starters out there now. It's Richardson who finds Danko. Levine setting up the offense. Goes with his right. Now finding Richardson. Waltz looking for a pass down low, but it was tipped and corralled by Paul Kitch. A long pass to Murphy, gets in the lane and scores.
Nice little 5-0 run here to bring it within a couple of possessions for the Huskies. A few minutes before halftime, looking to come in, maybe steal the lead here from the Dukes, who've been really dominating from the jump.
Murphy now the leading scorer for the Huskies. Waltz, three-pointer on his way, but he overshot it. Now another long pass, corralled by Murphy. Three-pointer in the corner, Harper, no good. But we're staying on this end.
Team really playing well without Logan Rice right now. Currently playing very effectively throughout the course of this game.
Harper in the corner for three. He was short that time. He made his first, but missed badly on his last two. Levine finding Danko, a little bit of miscommunication there, but now Waltz has it down low and gets stripped. Couple of sloppy possessions here for York. Corner three, Bowen. Another air ball, good contest, but Murphy on the offensive board. Ball goes out of bounds, and the ref says last touch by York.
That's 3 straight threes, 3 for 3 on not hitting a thing. So Three-point shooting needs to get better for both teams if they want to come away with the win here at the Dick Campbell Gym in Elmhurst, Illinois.
Kitch with it now, over to Murphy. Harper trying to shake and bake, but he gives it off. Bringing the double. Now Kitch. 2 minutes to play. Tried to fit the tight pass to Rodney Murphy, but it's intercepted. Now Levine. Putting on the moves. Pecos in the corner. Gives it to Levine. Levine spinning. Screen from Richardson. And Danko was fouled. Free throws coming for him, and a credit to the Huskies for playing defense without fouling here. They got the Dukes in the bonus pretty early into this quarter, but this has been their first foul since, I believe, like the 7-minute mark. So credit to them.
Definitely made an adjustment. Was effective so far, not effective there. And Danko hits the first.
Splits the pair. Pecos fighting for the offensive rebound, but he was tripped. Ball goes out of bounds, and possession will be granted to the Huskies. Duke's had a 10-point lead in this quarter. It's been cut down to 6. Murphy kicks to Kitch. Over to Harper. Gets some space, but no good. Rebound Richardson. Oh, the ball was poked free. And the Huskies will have another chance, but the ref calls a double dribble before Samuel Gray can put up a shot. Now Levine. Danko on the wing. Levine putting on the moves. Trying to get in the lane. He's double teamed and falls over. No foul is called. Instead, they're going to say ball going down to OPRF. And a nice steal there by Levine. Into the full court, and he scored.
Basket number 3, A.J. Levine.
A.J. Levine now with 14 here. Under a minute to play in the second quarter. Now Kitch drives with his right, facing a wall of Dukes. Now Harper, open three, rattles around and goes out. But the offensive rebound by Bowen, that won't go either. 2 toilet bowls for the Huskies. Unfortunate break. Alexander Vincent was fouled after the offensive rebound. Coach Dunn of the Dukes not happy with the large amount of offensive rebounds.
That's something he prefaced to me pregame, is that they needed to be better on the rebounds, because that was going to be really important in this game, and it has been.
Bowen unloads from a distance as we hit the final 10 seconds. Levine trying to get space, fires from long range, but it is short. He thought he got fouled there at the end, but that brings this half to a close. 28-23. Josh, what can you tell us about that first half?
Well, it started off with the Dukes being pretty hot from offense. Then they went cold. Since I made that speech about how I really liked how the Dukes offense was going, with roughly 3.5 minutes remaining, they scored a whopping 3 points in those 3.5 minutes and allowed OPRF to get back in this game with the deficit of 5 now. And the main thing has been, when Big Al came on, Big Alexander Vincent came on for the Huskies, they started to really rebound the ball effectively. Now they're getting consistent defensive rebounds or offensive rebounds, that defensive rebounds that Coach Dunn really wants the Dukes to get. Has not been happening, and they're just going to need to be able to adjust and get those rebounds, as that's been the major issue.
Yeah, the fortunate thing for the Dukes is that while they did get out-rebounded, they still hold a 5-point lead. We'll see what happens in the second half. We'll see you in 9 minutes. You're listening to YSN. Welcome back to the action. Listening here on York Sports Network. Gavin Connolly. With me is Joshua Melvin. As OPRF got swatted a number of times there on that last possession. 28-23, York leads going into the second half. Leading scorer is A.J. Levine with 14 points. Waltz gets swatted on the other end. For OPRF, it's Rodney Murphy who leads the scoring column with 6 points. Richardson with it. Gives it to Hardick. Trying to get space for Levine, who pulls up. Now the double clutch, but he was fouled. Foul came first, they said. And York will inbound underneath. Waltz thought about a three-pointer, now loses it. And it's scooped up by Levine. Levine all the way to the rack and scores.
Basket number 3, A.J. Levine.
Kitch finds Marshall. Over to Kitch. Kitch getting in the lane. Now a shot by Murphy goes down. He's got 8 now. And OPRF answers on the other end after Danko. Rebound by Gassett.
Opportunity to make a one-possession game for the first time since the Dukes, or since OPRF held the lead very early in this game.
Pass down low, and it's good. Rodney Murphy, second bucket of the quarter, and we're only 2 minutes in. Now Richardson using a double screen. Waltz to Hardick, to Levine. Levine, pull-up jumper is too strong, but it falls in the hands of Danko, who finds Richardson, who goes up, but he can't find the bottom of the net. One possession game now. Dukes, their largest lead was 10. Kitch gets over half court, is immediately pressured, and they're going to say a timeout. Timeout is called by OPRF, and a smart one, because Kitch was in about the worst position that you could be in on the floor.
OPRF coming out hot here. A couple of good close baskets, and they just had a few good opportunities. Just been owning this Dukes defense right now. They had a couple wide open layups off of cuts, particularly that most recent one, and then the first one, and then the first possession, Gray missed a couple of easy layups because he just ripped away the rebound. So everything that was working well in the first quarter and a half for the Dukes not working now well, and that's stuff that they need to know to work on, because when I talked to Coach Dunn pregame, it's stuff that he preached. No turnovers and looking to rebound the ball, especially defensively, and they've been not doing either of those things well, and that's why OPRF has come back into this game when it looked like the Dukes were on the verge of pulling away.
Inbounded by the Huskies. Immediately double teamed, and it's ripped away by Danko. No foul. Now Levine with it, going up, and rolls it home for 2 more. 18 points now for A.J. Levine. Now Kitch steps into a 3. Way off. Another offensive rebound now from Murphy.
Fouls on 10. Simon Redford, that's his second. Team's first.
Diving play by Danko, but they're going to call a blocking foul. No. Yes, it will be a foul.
Foul 32, Chris Danko. That's his second, team's second.
Coach Dunn liking the hustle still, though. And Danko makes up for it on the other end by getting a steal. Now Levine snatches back, dumps it off to Richardson. And Richardson loses it, but it was tipped. Last touch by OPRF. As Justin Bowen comes on, Paul Kitch comes off. Danko goes behind the back, trying to get space. Redfern fending off pressure, goes baseline. Reverse layup is no good. Scramble for it was for Logan Rice and Sam Gray, but they're going to say last touch by Rice. Christian Marshall with it. Quick three-pointer is long and rebounded by Redfern. Now Levine, all the way to the rack. It's good.
Basket number 3, AJ Levine.
Nice layup package. Levine always known for his stellar job finishing at the rim.
That three-pointer was short there by Murphy, and Levine looking to push. Already at 20 points, but still looking for more. Good hands there by Bowen, able to knock it out of bounds. Rice catches the inbounds pass and ends up with Richardson, but he gets swatted by Rodney Murphy. Now Murphy on the other end, he was open, but a poor pass by Bowen leads to the Dukes ball underneath. They avoid a fast break bucket. Levine thought about a three, now pulls it back. Pick and roll between Redfern and Richardson. Now Rice gives a screen, but they're going to say he was moving. So an offensive foul leading to a turnover for York.
York foul 23, Logan Rice. That's his first, team's third.
Another slow-moving quarter, only 10 points scored by both teams, and we're nearly 5 minutes in. Bowen trying to change that, goes up and off the glass for two more for OPRF. 5-point game now. Bowen has 6. Redfern crosses over, and they're going to say a reach-in foul on Bowen after his made floater.
Fouls on 15, Justin Bowen, his third, team's third.
Redfern drives, kicks. Levine open for three, but it was all air. Luckily, there was Richardson, and he's lucky that there was Simon Redfern because a couple of misses by York still end up in a basket. Now Murphy, pull up Jay. It's good. A bit of a flat jump shot, but he's making it work tonight. 12 points as we hit 2:10 to go in the third. Levine trying to go all the way, but a foul.
Fouls on number 11, Christian Marshall, his second, team's fourth. The timeout on the floor is a full timeout called by the York coach. Full.
Coach Dunn's going to take a quick timeout, and so will we. 36-31. You are listening to YSN. After the inbounds pass, it was Levine, goes right to the rim, and a little bit of a flex there. He was able to muscle through the contact and still score. 7-point lead for the Dukes. While they haven't had their best moments here in this game, they've still been consistent enough to hold the lead for the majority of the game. Murphy, whistle blows, and they're going to say a travel before he made his mid-range bucket. Full court pressure. Harper comes on for OPRF. Now Waltz trying to gain space. Walled off. Justin Bowen. Levine forced to backpedal, and he's going to reset everybody. The top of the key. Now Pekos with it. Over to Hardick. Hardick trying to find Waltz. Waltz. A little bit out of control there, and another turnover for him. Now Bowen going right through Hardick, and they're going to say a blocking foul on the floor. There are two guys on the ground, both wearing white jerseys, so we'll see who the foul is on.
The foul's on number 50, Adam Hardick. That's his first. Team's fourth.
It's right next to the entire students.
Levine dumps it off to Hardick, who kicks out to Redfern. Redfern, mid-range, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Levine tries for three, no good. Scramble for the boards. Now it's the Huskies running in transition. Paul Kitch flips one, and he put a little English on it. get the friendly roll, but Redfern coming down the other way. He's blocked, but a foul. It was Alexander Vincent who swatted that one, but they said body-to-body contact as well, so Redfern still heads to the line.
Second, team split.
Redfern good on the first.
AJ Levine with a whopping 22 points so far, taking the lead for the Dukes. Everyone else trying to score better here in the fourth quarter to pull away from the Huskies.
Rodney Murphy. Oh, Bowen. Over to Kitch. Final 10 seconds. Justin Bowen working on Redfern. Kicks to Murphy. Murphy kicks. Bowen, last shot. Short on a three-pointer. And so the Huskies come up empty-handed at the end of the third. The Dukes still holding a 6-point lead going into the final frame, 40-34. And with that, we will take a quick break. Start of the fourth quarter coming up in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to YSN. Fourth quarter underway. Dukes lead by 6. Welcome, new viewers, to York Sports Network. Fourth quarter starts off with a backdoor pass, and AJ Levine gets 2 more, adding to his point total. And on the other end, a foul by York.
Foul number 10, Simon Redfern, his third, team's fifth.
Inbounding is OPRF. Bowen trying his luck from deep, and he knocks it down. Nothing but net for number 15, Justin Bowen. A big shot there to cut the lead back to 5. OPRF just hanging around, doing what they can to stay in this game. And there's a steal there by Harper, and he's fouled. The Dukes have been a little bit more sloppy than we've seen them the past few games. Credit to OPRF for really knowing how to turn the Dukes, this young Dukes team over.
Definitely a lot of forced turnovers here from the OPRF defense. Done a really good job with that in this start of the second half.
Going baseline was Christian Marshall, and it's stolen by Redfern. Redfern loses it on his way up. So the Dukes will inbound underneath. Good defensive play in the front court. Offensive foul on Simon Redfern. And just like you may hear from our PA announcer, that is Redfern's 4th. So he is going to the bench now, likely for nearly the entire game. Backdoor pass, a great one, and it's Rodney Murphy on the finish. What a pass there from Justin Bowen, who was able to split the double team and find the cutting Murphy. Now it's Waltz, guarded by Harper. Waltz lost it, but a foul comes first.
Foul on 23, Josiah Harper, that's his first, team 6.
High fouling game today, already 6 minutes remaining, and OPRF is in the bonus, and the Dukes 1 foul away from being in the bonus.
Dukes moving the ball around. It's an open 3 from Danko, but it rattles in and out. That would have been big, but it remains a 1-possession game. OPRF could tie it with a 3. 6:20, but they turn it over instead. Now Levine. Floater. Short. And the rebound by Bowen. Now on the other end, it was Marshall, but his shot was too long. And he couldn't roll it home. Now Levine slowing it down. 6 minutes left in the game. Levine goes baseline, just beats him with speed, and banks it off the glass for 2. 26 for Levine now. Now Bowen to Murphy. To Marshall. Murphy kicks. Marshall on the drive. It's Bowen for 3. Knocks down another. 2 corner threes by Justin Bowen. He lets out a scream of excitement. And the lead is cut down to 2. Gosh, we really do have a good one on our hands.
Definitely, and big credit to OPRF's head coach, as he's really forced his guys to look for the best shot for them, and they have been, and they've been hitting it here in the second half, which has allowed them to shrink this lead to 2.
5:18 remaining in this fourth quarter. You're watching York Sports Network. Kyle Waltz gets it over half court. Starters out there for York. That's how they'll likely finish this game. Richardson with it. Hardick finds Danko down low, and he's able to muscle his way and score. Now Rodney Murphy, who kicks to Harper and knocks down a 3. OPRF really waking up from beyond the three-point arc. That's their third 3 of the quarter, and now the lead is down to 1. Danko now to Levine. Now Richardson. Pressure still very intense by OPRF. Harper guarding Levine. Levine trying to score, and he left it short. Oh, he had enough space. I think he was looking for the foul, but there was none. Now Harper into the front court. Marshall kicks. Bowen, another three. Another make. Nothing but net for Justin Bowen. He's connected on three from the same exact spot. And just like that, OPRF with a 48-46 lead.
I mean, it's pretty simple. The Dukes just have defensively not been good this quarter and this half. They've just not been able to get to prevent those kind of shots. That's the third wide open corner three from Justin Bowen. He's been really, really good so far this quarter. And defensively, it has the assignment of A.J. Levine, which is no easy task, but he's been matching him on the offensive end with a few threes here. And a really tremendous job from OPRF to come back from as much as down as, I want to say, 10 or 12 in the early going. But for the first time since the early minutes when they were up 2-1, OPRF is back in the lead.
Yeah, really, it's just been a difference of shot making.
Both teams.
Now it's Danko. Speaking of the three-pointer, OPRF has done a great job of running the Dukes off the three-point line, especially in this quarter. And there's another turnover. No, they're going to say, I believe, a foul first, and OPRF strongly disagrees. They're going to call a foul on Christian Marshall when it looked like it was a backcourt violation. So instead, A.J. Levine's going to go to the free throw line. Pekosh in for Waltz. Levine goes 2 for 2 to tie this game up. Now Christian Marshall gets it over half court. Bowen with it. And Danko read that pass and he's able to steal it. Flies out of bounds, but so does the ball, so it'll stay Husky ball.
Very entertaining game down the stretch. Not extremely high scoring, but the offensive have been inconsistent, so we'll see how it plays out. But the Dukes really need to turn it around here if they want to come away with a conference win here. They are 1-2 in their last 3. Apologies for the brief interruption while we were away
OPRF knocked down 2 free throws.
Teams 8 on the bonus step.
Now Levine has a free throw of his own, but he can't knock it down. It was just a 1-and-1. Now on the other end, a floater goes. Justin Bowen really turning it on this fourth quarter, and he is fired up.
He's
Lead
now
by
at
4. 20 points in the game for Bowen. Levine on the other end, rims out, and the rebound by Harper, but Levine able to get it back. What a play from him. Too strong. But they're going to say ball was touched by OPRF. Levine taking the inbounds pass. Driving on Marshall. Getting all the way to the rim, but he can't knock it down. And now, no, they're going to say no backcourt violation. Surprising. It looks like a missed call by the officials, but the Dukes grateful for the opportunity. Now 100 seconds in this game. Down by 2 possessions. Waltz, three-pointer. No good.
Right there, 0 for 5 while they were on that side of the court. The Dukes just not able to make a shot.
Really gone cold here. Really gone cold here. Post. Now Bowen. Euro stepping. Off the glass. No good. But the offensive rebound by Gassett. And OPRF has another chance. They can milk some clock as well, but a timeout will be called first. Full timeout by the Huskies. 1:06 remaining in this game. Do not go anywhere. We will take a quick break. You're watching YSN. Coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Husky ball with 1:06 to go. It's been quite the turnaround here in the second half. And credit to OPRF for just never getting out of this game. They really fought hard, even when they were missing shots. It was the little things that really kept them hanging in the balance, and now they've exploded here in this fourth quarter. Off the inbounds, it's Murphy. Pecos was trying to foul, but instead it'll be a turnover. OPRF loses possession, and the Dukes will inbound it on the sideline. 59.4 on the clock, and they're down by 4.
The man who was so integral for them during this comeback, Justin Bowen, with the little mix-up there.
The Dukes going small ball as Hardick takes a seat on the bench, and Redfern comes in. Inbounds pass goes to Levine. Levine dribbles it off his foot, but gets it back. Trying to go downhill. Chucks up a shot, and he's fouled. Levine with an opportunity to get to 30 points on the day. He was fortunate that a foul was called there.
Foul on number 11, Christian Marshall, and that's his 5th. Sixth foul out of the game for teams 9.
Interesting shot there. Luckily, he got the foul. Levine a chance to bring it within 2 here. Big free throws here. Levine been the best player for the Dukes in the clutch so far this year. Looking to continue that trend.
Nothing but net on the first free throw. Makes them both. It's a 2-point game. Dukes need 1 stop. Paul Kitch with it. And it's poked free. They got the stop they needed. Now Danko. It's good. 52-52. Dukes forced the necessary turnover. OPRF getting it back. Full court pressure dialed up. Kitch on Danko, and a timeout is called. What a defensive effort by Levine. And what finishing ability by Danko. 4 points this past minute for York. Coming up clutch and doing what they do best, forcing turnovers, really when it mattered most.
Big timeout here, the final one remaining for OPRF. So OPRF not going to be able to stop the ball down here the stretch, which is really going to come in big, especially if you're going to want, a couple seconds left and you need to drop a play. And whatever you do, do not pull a 1992 Chris Webber. I think it was that year, maybe 93. It was 1993 Chris Webber, where in the championship game against North Carolina, they had no timeouts remaining, called the timeout, technical foul that sealed it for the other team. So OPRF on the hot seat, and I bet that's what the coach is emphasizing to them right before they leave the huddle. Do not call a timeout, whatever you do. So play will not be stopped because of an OPRF tee.
Final 30 seconds. Justin Bowen, who's had the hot hand this entire quarter. He's guarded by Chris Danko. Now 20. Kitch finds Bowen.
Saving for the last shot here.
10 seconds now. Working. Bowen dancing. Loses it. Gets it back. Gets off a shot. And it's long. And we will be going to overtime. The Dukes rallied in the clutch to tie this game back up. And a good, nice little defensive possession towards the end, or at the end of the game, to keep this game knotted at 52, and free basketball coming up. How about that? Reminder, it is a 4-minute overtime. Each team gets an extra timeout. Tip-off goes in favor of the Dukes. Both teams in the bonus. Levine kicks to Walt. Oh, in and out. But Hardick gets it back, but he misses. And a foul on the ground by OPRF, I believe. Yep. Everyone's staying on this end. So a 1-and-1 coming for Adam Hardick.
That is his second. Team's 10.
Another display right there of the Dukes just not converting. 0 for 2 on layups that possession. There's just been way too many possessions, and the bank is open for Adam Hardick as he banks in the free throw. Definitely what he meant to do. Proud coach of the Wichita State Shockers in the 17, 18-year-old Y-Ball League. Misses that one, though.
Now OPRF will try and capitalize. Bowen getting into the lane, but he was sent back. And now a foul and a basket. Alexander Gassett with a huge play for the Huskies. And we'll see now if that missed free throw proves to be costly for Hardick. Gassett trying to make this a 2-point lead. He cannot, but an offensive rebound by Murphy. Now a corner three by Bowen, and he was fouled. He was fouled from beyond the arc. So 3 free throws coming up.
That looked like a good block from Danko. Quite the athletic play from number 32 of the Dukes, but
Team's 10. 3 shots.
But Bowen here, nonetheless, going to get 3 attempts at a free point. And this is the first.
Now that's 2 straight missed free throws by OPRF.
Very true. That could come into factor later in the game.
Oh, nearly missed a second, but he gets the friendly roll. To make it a 3-point game. Knocks it down. So a 3-point lead with 3:33 on the clock. And now a quick foul by OPRF. Not necessary, and the coach is unhappy with that. Basically just granting 2 free throws for the Dukes.
And to one of the Dukes' best free throw shooters, A.J. Levine, looking to put 31 and 32 up on the board. 2 free throws no matter what, as both teams are now in the bonus plus.
Knocks the first one down. Levine nearly playing the entire game. Coach Dunn knowing he can rely on him at both ends. 2 for 2 for A.J. Levine. 1-point lead for OPRF. Rodney Murphy kicks it to Gassett. Now Bowen on the wing. Now Murphy. And a pressure by Levine, but OPRF able to counter it. Bowen putting on the moves. Now gets it to Murphy. Pull-up jumper. That was blocked. Oh, but Harper gets it back, and he's able to put it down. A bit of a lucky bounce there for OPRF, and Harper was there at the right place. Was at the right place at the right time. 3-point lead now. 2:40 to go. Levine. Pick and roll. He gets fouled. 2 more free throws coming for him.
Fouls on 30, Alexander Gossett. That's his 4th. 2 shots.
So the Dukes will be looking for a lot in this overtime is that pick and rolls. That's what they used a lot, but now Logan Rice comes in for some crunch time minutes.
Likely out there for rebounding, just to have another big body as Redfern takes a seat, as will Richardson. 58-57. Now Bowen facing the double team, able to dump it off to Murphy. Murphy goes over Hardick, and they're going to say a blocking foul. Hardick so good at taking charges. Thought we might have seen a reputation call there, but they're saying his feet were not set, and now Rodney Murphy will get 2 free throws. He had a really big first half, but kind of was held in check there, especially in the fourth quarter. Looking for points 14 and 15. He misses on the first.
Definitely a surprising call there, as it looked like his feet were set. Having a little conversation with the ref now.
One for 2, and it's a 2-point lead. Danko down low. Makes the extra pass to Richardson, but it ends up being a turnover. Richardson couldn't hang on, and the pass was tipped. Now Bowen, floater, off the glass for 2. Justin Bowen going right at Adam Hardick, and he's able to finish over him while still being in control. Now a 2-possession lead. Duke's in a similar spot to where they were in regulation. Levine off the glass, no good. And the rebound by Rodney Murphy. Picked up his dribble. And they're going to say a timeout was called before the pass. Full timeout called by OPRF.
AJ Levine down the stretch here needs to trust his teammates more. Has had a stellar night if you just look at the box score with 34 points, but there's been a lot of crucial misses from that little jump hook area where he would drive right, stop, pop, and try and give it off the glass. There's been a lot of misses, but the Dukes really need to look for what's the best shot on the floor, and contested long-range layups are not it if they want to come back in this game. If that's what they've been relying on, they've just the keys have been given to AJ Levine in the second half, and he's done well overall, but it's just sometimes you got to defer to your teammates or try and create a different shot, and that's what's caused. And that has been a key part to this losing of the lead for the Dukes. As well as, of course, the rebounding and the turnovers, a consistent theme throughout the course of the season.
Fortunately for the Dukes, they were able to rally in overtime, so we'll see what extra effort they can make here, because we know they're not going to go down without fighting. Inbound, and he's pressured, but he's able to get it away. Rodney Murphy now, a little bit out of control, but he's able to get it to Bowen. Bowen thought about a shot, now dribbles it out. 90 seconds to go. Facing the double team, clears it away easily. Now it's Harper. Harper in the corner. Loses his dribble. Now the pass down low to Vincent. Alexander Vincent. Now moving it around, and a foul called on Danko. Good job by OPRF to avoid the Duke's pressure and not turn it over.
Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout.
Full timeout going to be called by Coach Dunn. He still has quite a few remaining, so that won't be an issue. But with 1:14 YSN, we'll take a quick break. First free throw by Harper is knocked down. Again, he goes 1 for 2, and Danko able to clear the rebound away. Redfern with it, picked up by Bowen. As we hit 1 minute to play in overtime, kickball violation. Foul called on the floor. Redfern can pick up his dribble, and it will be on.
Foul's on number 30, Alexander
Gasset, so he is fouled out of this game. Levine goes to the line for 2 more. Two huge free throws to Levine, for Levine to cut it down to potentially a 3-point lead. And even more importantly, 1 possession lead. One for 1 so far. Logan Rice back in. Kyle Waltz checking off. And Levine missed the second one, so still a 4-point lead for the Huskies. Murphy facing the pressure, and they turn it over again. Deja vu for OPRF as they turn it over back to the Dukes with 48 seconds to go here in overtime. Redfern and Waltz back in. Rice and Pekos take a seat. Now Richardson will come in. Now Levine working quickly. Waltz cutting through, and they free up him. Down low to Richardson. Richardson off the glass, no good. And now a foul on OPRF. 2 free throws coming up for York. Richardson missed the bunny hop shot.
It was a nice feed from Waltz, but no conversion there. But opportunity to make up for it. Here's Richardson to give it a 2-point lead.
And he's way short on the first. The Dukes have missed some critical free throws here. Richardson needs this one. Gets it.
Timeout on the floor.
So 3-point lead once again. 32 seconds, and the Dukes need 1 stop. Only this time, they need a 3 instead of a 2. We'll see what kind of approach they take. If they're going to foul quickly, or will they do what they did at the end of regulation and try and force a turnover for the first few seconds. Nonetheless, we're going to go quickly to break. Back to the action here.
Luckily, so far, OPRF was in the same situation as they were at the end of for regulation with no timeouts, and luckily no one has called a timeout yet.
Pressure down low, and it's Harper, and lo and behold, the Dukes get it back. No good underneath the basket, and now a quick foul is called. The Dukes looking up at the ceiling in disbelief. They had a golden opportunity underneath their own bucket, but a reverse layup by Chris Danko just could not connect.
No, that was Pecos there with the wonderful steal. That was a great job, as that was number 23 for OPRF. Udney Murphy, who tried to throw it off the leg of Levine, and then a steal from Pecos. Great effort from him.
First free throw. The bank is open once again. We've seen quite a few. Everyone using the small white square on the backboard. Now a 4-point lead. Samuel Gray with a huge free throw. Only goes 1 for 2. Dukes have to work quickly now. Levine hands it off to Pecos. No, he keeps it himself. Waltz, open three-pointer. It's good! Kyle Waltz. It's a 1-point game.
Big three from Kyle Waltz. Cold-blooded, not letting the moment get to him. Just go through the motions. Wonderful job from number 25, the junior.
And he's a kid who seems to just feel no pressure when he's out on the court. Nothing but net. Hit 2 big threes early in the game, but had been held in check since. But when they needed him most, there he was. Now 12.7. The Dukes will have another chance. And we'll see what they do, because the Dukes have been forcing a lot of turnovers here off these inbounds passes from OPRF. So do they take their chances and try and force a turnover and let the clock bleed a little bit, or do they try and play the clock game and just foul as quickly as they can? We'll see what they decide coming up in just a moment.
Big defensive possession here for the Dukes. This will decide the game.
They get it to Bowen. No foul yet. 8 seconds to play, and now they do. 7.3 on the clock. No matter how many free throws Bowen hits, the Dukes will have an opportunity to tie the game. Timeout is called by Coach Dunn, his final timeout, and we'll take a quick break. Free throws upcoming for Justin Bowen in just a moment. Bowen does not hit the first.
Big opportunity for the Dukes now.
Bowen goes 0 for 2. Levine pushing it up the court. 3 seconds. Levine all the way. No good. No good. Melvin was looking for a foul, and OPRF survives here at York. 63-62. AJ Levine carried with 35 points, but missed the game winner. Clearly upset with himself, but what a game. What an effort by OPRF, especially in that fourth quarter, and what an effort by the Dukes. This is just two great teams with two great coaches going back and forth and refusing to give in. But it was OPRF who got the last punch, and they win this one 63-62. Dukes falling under 500 once again. But what a game this was.
I mean, a stellar performance. AJ Levine is going to have that moment live in his head. But unfortunate that it broke out that way. Was looking for the fouls. There was some content. And that was a good shot. It was the opposite direction as his other shot that was attempting to win the game in regulation. So that was a good look, but unfortunately wasn't able to roll. And that's just kind of the story of the night for the Dukes, is the ball just didn't go in the hoop for them. And it's an unfortunate result for the Dukes.
Yeah, definitely a tough loss, a game that they would have liked to win. But they will have to move, and we will move on as well. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. You're listening to York Sports Network. Have a great night, Dukes fans. And, of course, go Dukes.